All right, well, good evening, everyone. Tonight I'm going to walk you through the final budget that will be presented to you tonight for your review and approval within the agenda. So, yep. So here's our overall picture of where our state aid numbers ended up for 1920. $207,000 increase to foundation aid, just shy of 1% increase. The big piece here is the increase in building aid, $845,000 increase in building aid. I do want to point out though, $885,000 of our building aid allotment this year is attributable to the capital improvement project. So a big piece there. Without that aid coming in this year, our building aid actually would have been negative because we have the old aid from small projects falling off the books. So this was, operating timing, part of our planning to keep our aid on the positive side. Sorry. So overall, 5.05% state aid increase. And again, to point out, without that large piece of building aid, our total state aid increase would have been 2.34%. Here's our final tax cap calculation. One minor change to the pilots. We're expecting pilots next year of $965,000. So with all the pieces, as we know them now, the calculation does allow a levy increase of 7.63%, or $2.8 million. Based on the conversations we had before, and I think that that's a big piece to present to the public. We have built the budget with an increase of 3.97%. So our levy next year will be $38,858,749. Again, less than what the governor's tax cap calculation says we can actually do. So based on what we know the levy to be, and based on the preliminary assessments I received from Chemung County, we can come up with an estimate of our tax rate. So we're looking at 18.57 or 3.28%. This would equate to a $59 increase per $100,000 assessed home. Again, this is all preliminary based on the assessment values that the county has on the books at this time. Those very well may change between now and August. I will say that I've reached out to the county 3 times in the course of this exercise for assessments throughout the process, and each time the assessments have grown. So hopefully they continue in that trend when our final assessments come out in fall. So here's how we balanced the budget tonight. We reconciled our retiree health contributions and had more opportunities there for contributions coming in. Because of the change in the schedule of the capital improvement project, we are able to borrow less money in 1920, so I was able to reduce the debt service budget by $325,000. The Finance Committee did meet and discuss the stop loss renewal. We opted to go with the carve-out option, which is a little bit of a savings to the money we had in the budget at the time. And then on the revenue side, the only item besides reserves was set adjustment to the pilots, and then to finish closing the gap of the budget, we've allocated $438,000 from the ERS reserve, $150,000 from the employee benefits through liability reserve, $7,000 from the unemployment reserve, and $2 million in fund balance. Total budget $79,905,919. Comparison to our use of fund balance reserves in the 1920 budget versus 1819, we did eliminate the use of the debt service fund in this 1920 budget. As we discussed last year, the intent of using it in 1819 was to smooth out the bump in debt service as we're getting the capital project up and going until the aid starts to flow. The aid is coming in. We're in a good position at this point, debt to aid, so we don't need to allocate those funds at this point. Retirement contribution, I did decrease by $150,000. Again, just thinking ahead of where our year-end surpluses could be, where we want to allocate money potentially at the end of the year. So we'll start allocating less of that So we have opportunities to put excess funds, if any, in other things like the capital reserve. We do have the option of a TRS reserve now. So just want to keep the options open there. So same level for the employee benefits, we have a decrease the unemployment, and maintain the $2 million in fund balance. Any questions on that part? Budget to budget comparison. Again, the big piece to pay attention to is that service line. This is attributable to the authorization we have to borrow to fund the capital project, but again, offset with that increase in building aid that we're receiving. So all told, the budget increase of $2.8 million at 3.75%. Revenue comparison, I think we have most of these items here. We did have a decrease in reserves, a decrease in the service fund to better position the district with its use of reserves. The other items, the increase is mainly due to an increase in the budgeting of the stop loss insurance payments and the BOCES refund that we received. So at this point, we've used all options we have on the table to balance the budget. So as we like to say every year, this budget maintains all of our current programs, and we were able to add some pretty significant items related to health, safety and mental health, including the school resource officer for the elementary schools, the 4 social workers at the elementary schools, and upgrading the bus repeater system. We're using cash reserves of $595,000 and using $2 million in fund balance. Our tax levy again is below what the governor says we should do. It's 3.97% versus the 7.63%. And based on the information we have to date, this will result in a full value tax rate increase of 3.28% or $59 per $100,000 assessed. Historical comparison to where we land now. And a reference to where our levy increases have been versus the tax rate. Consistently, our rate increase has been less than our levy increase, and so far the projections are following suit. Just a reminder of where our reserve funds stand, just in their entirety, now it's the ones we're allocating. Balance as of when we closed the books last June and where they stood as of March 31st. Not a lot of activity, most have increased due to interest earnings. Retirement contribution has gone down due to the $588,000 we did allocate for this year's budget. So on the ballot this year, there'll be 4 propositions. Proposition 1 is the adoption of the 1920 budget in the amount of $79,905,919. Proposition 2 is the purchase of 8 65-passenger buses and 2 20-passenger buses for a cost not to exceed $1.4 million. We're going to ask the public to allow us to establish a new capital reserve, maximum amount to $10 million. And Proposition 4 is the acquisition of the Hibberd Road property to assist the district in moving forward in the capital improvement project. We have the lease ready to go moving forward, but it's better to own the asset than to lease the asset and have something in return for our money. We do have 3 candidates up on the ballot this year. This is the order that they will appear on the ballot. First, Marianne Holleran, second, Shayla Javed, third, Daniel Christmas.
Any final discussion in regards to the development of this year's projected budget for the 2019-20 school year?
Just a question, and I appreciate you walking through that and all of our work that's gone into putting the budget together. You did a great job. On slide 11, where you referenced the safety and mental health additions to the budget, which obviously are important ones the board supported, I just wanted to make sure I'm clear. There were some other considerations that were discussed in our April 4th meeting.
Yes.
for example, the cleaner,
Cleaner,
bus monitor.
yep,
I didn't want to infer incorrectly, were those omitted? They're just not referenced in
They're
the
just
slide?
not referenced.
Okay, so the others still,
they're in. Yep.
the considerations,
Calculators, the student council stipend,
all those ones from the April 4th presentation?
All.
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify.
We were trying to emphasize the safety.
Yeah, agreed. I just wanted to make sure I was interpreting correctly, but I'm glad you're able to meet those requirements plus the other ones that we had talked about.
So Dan, to one of my questions. My other question was, it's about this year's budget though. How are we tracking in terms of end of the year? How far on the budget?
So far, we are projecting a modest surplus. We're keeping track of it. It'll be dependent on where our health claims ultimately land. We are projecting them fairly high compared to what's budgeted, but depending on where that lands and how our top line is coming in, we're kind of guessing you on those pieces. But right now, we're tracking a modest surplus.
And is it fair to say for the last few years, like we've been allocating 2 million for this coming year, and past years we've allocated 2 or 3, whatever. We've not touched that allocation very much, or yeah, to a very small extent, or not at all in many years because we've been able to
The last several
control.
years, we have not.
Okay.
However, we are closing in on it
Yeah.
specifically because of that.
So just because we're seeing a 2 million up here doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to spend
Actually,
our history. So recent
Don't know.
history is that we don't really get into it much at all. Okay.
Thank you. It is so good to hear the words, all programs are being maintained, because that has not always been the case. And it is wonderful, the safety and mental health issues that we address as a board, to see them as part of the budget. So thank you very much.
Just want to follow up on that too. I thank you for keeping what we have, adding some of the, the very important items. Thank you for, this is very informative. I think it's really helped the board, the community. I know it'll probably be on the website here tomorrow or the next day or whatever, but it's great to see kind of the historical perspective too, as people compare our district to some of the neighboring districts with the tax rate, per thousand and everything. You can kind of see that, we have not changed too much in the last 10, 15, 20 years, which is really remarkable. So it's nice to see all that kind of historical data too. But thank you for including what you've done, and then we've also been able to boost the current programming here. So thank you.
I think the other piece no one's mentioned, I think just the overall fiscal responsibility of, although we could have, in compliance with state law, gone under a much higher tax levy, the fact that we're nearly half of what's allowed, I think is very prudent, given where we all find ourselves. So thank you to everyone that put all that work in to get us to such a good place too. Moving on.
Just a reminder, we do have a few budget Q&As coming up. Next one is tomorrow night at the Bigfoot Community Center at 7 o'clock. Reminder, our budget vote board election is scheduled Tuesday, May 21st, here at the South Gym from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.